Hey guys, in this video, let's try to talk about fixing up columns in here and exporting this file to ETABS. Alright, the first process is I'm gonna create a new layer, which is called as column. Maybe you write names 111. Okay, that's the layer that I'm about to draw columns. Maybe the color should be red color is fine. And activate that layer. So this is the layer that I'm about to draw column, and then yeah, I need to lock all the layers except that of the well column, and yeah, just get in the units and just make sure that yeah. Let me try to get the size. There's no snap working here. This one is a 0.2, so this will be obviously in meters. Yeah, 0.23 meters. So I'm gonna get into units and I'll be preferring meters. That's not important, but I'm not exporting anything right from this CAD to ETABS. This kind of, I mean, draw rectangle. The size of the column can be 30 centimeter, 0.3 and zero point 0.3. Okay, and I kind of get into the object snap and enable all. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's have a column here, and yeah, the kind of rules to fix the column. First rule is the column could go right into these corners. All of these corners should contain column, and you can say at least the distance from column should be like maybe 5 meters. In between 5 meters, I don't recommend you to place columns. So let's kind of do that, and also the columns should be symmetric. Maybe I will show you that. Maybe if you have a maybe if you have a column here, the next column, the center axis of the next column should align with center axis of the first column. So that way we don't create any unnecessary moments. I recommend not to place a column right here. Off the axis is kind of not recommended. That's what I say. It's not recommended. You can provide, but it's not recommended. If you don't have any chains, you can provide it. Alright, and I'm gonna, yes, copy this. Copy, pick up the midpoint, and I'm gonna be placing this yeah, kind of at the midpoint. I'm gonna get into, maybe I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm switching methods, okay? You can do this method, but I think there is kind of a different method. It's a little bit more easy. So this is grid. I'm gonna be creating a grid layer, and I think I can get into annotate for picking up the center line. Okay, just have an eye that I'm gonna be picking first line here and second line here, so that will show up the center line. It really doesn't matter that if it goes off the axis, that's not a big deal. I'm not gonna place a column in the different axis, so I believe I'm gonna be assuming that all of these columns in here, or every column that I'm about to pick, should stay right at this grid. Okay, center line. Maybe I'm gonna draw a center line right here and here, so that goes to here. Okay, you can see the building is quite symmetric, right? I'm not going to model anything in this side because the building is kind of symmetric. I gotta make sure that it's not 100% symmetric. You can say that, okay, you got some rooms are missing here, but so the main problem with center line is you got to pick that option every time, center line, but I'm gonna have an option called multiple. Okay, then which command you want to multiple? Center line. Okay, all right then. Okay then. This is quite time consuming process. Yeah, just I'm gonna type fill mode, type enter and make the value 0 and hit region. They will temporarily hide all these hatches, then go to multiple, then what, center line, and just go on usual picking. I recommend you to start from outside, then gradually go to inside. I think all of the side is totally okay. What, okay, well, then this side is also okay. Um, yeah, now you just want to check each and every walls are cleared or not. I don't need to draw anything here because I'm having a line which extends to the side. It was the same case in here too. You don't need to draw anything here, but rather you can extend it. But no problem if you. But I don't think there might not be a situation if you had drawn this again. Alright, that's it. So every wall has been um, drawn. Alright, now next is what we want to do here is I'm gonna, yeah, select everything here. Just to make sure that I want to select only these objects in the layer called as grid. So for that, maybe try right click and I think you can select similar. I just trying to move it. Yeah, that will only include all these grid lines. That's a great idea. Right click and select similar. I need to explode it first. Then I need to lay. I think you can. I think you can isolate it. Lay isolate, and then pick up this object in the layer. So that will, yeah. What it will do is it will lock every layers other than what you have picked. Okay, after isolating, I think you can yeah, do pretty much trimming here. I don't think you need to, yeah, be a little zoom it here and trim all these excess line that's what about here? Yeah, that goes through here. Okay, so I think trimming is all right. It might be, if you find it a little hard to see anything, I would like to change the colors of this object. Um, Trim, erase. All you can do is fillet, get into multiple, pick up these two lines. Okay. Um, you gotta have trim. Trim, delete. What about here? This line is now unwanted. Delete. Okay. What about here? Trim. Okay, what about here? Right at this point, we are having an intersection of these three lines. Maybe you could try and fillet one and the another one. Still, that's showing up a different extension. Cool. Yeah, you can see that these points I'm kind of, you can see that these I don't know whether you know the concept of links and these things. They kind of here, if you place a column, the center point of the column should coincide with the endpoint of the beam as to transfer loads from these two beams to here. So maybe assume that I have placed the center point of column right at the intersection of these 2 points. So what about here? Here you can draw using links. You can connect this line using links to the center of the column here. So that's not a big deal. What about here? I can trim and kind of erase it. So that's okay. What about here? Trim and erase these two walls here. Same as here, trim. What about here? I don't need this excess part. Okay, then right here we don't need this excess part. Right here, trim. Here, trim. Okay, maybe if you understood the logic, I recommend you to, no recommendation, trim here. You can place a column right at any of this point and connect it using a link. Right in here, trim. So that part is also clear. Erase this part. Well, I think you can erase these parts later. Erase, trim. What? You can't trim? What's wrong with you? Okay, maybe if you can't, you need to explode it. Have you drawn center line? You need to explode it. Trim. Then you got to trim this side. Okay, just trim. Trim. Oh, well, what about here? I need to trim. Maybe it's so lazy. Trim. Trim. I don't need this part here. I don't need this part. Oh my god, you need to keep this part here. So either I try to join these two lines. That's correct. Trim. Okay, what about, you don't need that extension to pass over here. That's not important. Happens. Trim. Trim. Now write it here. This part is okay. Now I need to join these two parts. No, I don't think that's not so important. You can terminate the beam right in here, and you can erase this part. Okay. I need to extend. Trim. extend, trim, extend it, trim, extend, trim, gotta have something here, center line, what about here, center line. Now you need to select these two center lines, now explode it, and yeah, trim the unnecessary part. You don't need this part, and probably you don't need this part too. Delete, delete. What about here? Yeah, trim. Yep. Oh well, right at this side, everything got okay. Everything is okay. Yeah, you kind of delete it. You don't need this part. Yeah, well, trim, delete it. Really, you don't want to consider a beam right here. Maybe if you want, that's totally okay. Yeah, absolutely. I need to, yeah, you need to extend this side. This is a wrong way that this span is considerably very large. If you don't provide a column here, that will be against safety. So either you provide a column there, or I will recommend you to extend this right into this beam. Trim. Actually, you don't need to trim any excess part, because I'm not trying to import anything from AutoCAD to ETABS. All I need to align planning with this grid is just to understand where these points should be, grid points should be. Right, just kind of make sure that everything is okay. You don't need to trim this part, that's totally okay. I can understand it. Alright, next we have to change the layer. And yeah, go to the 111. I think it's 119. It's right here, and unlock it. Maybe like a different color, maybe green is okay to me. Next, I'm gonna copy this beam right to all these intersection points. That's really great. Wait, it might be a little hard for you to place all these columns in this view and copy all the column in this view, and you're gonna place it right to here and here. So in here, maybe if you have a random column placed at this part on top of the car, it might be difficult for you to identify that column right here. Which column was that? Here, this one, this one, this one. So I have a different idea. I'm gonna convert this into a block. This one is called as column, and all I need to do here is open in block editor, and I want to delete it, and yeah, pick up a base point. I prefer the center point is a base point, and hit OK. So that did open the file in block editor, and I'm gonna go for an attribute ATT, and this one is column ID. No spacing, column ID. Well, that is totally okay, and I'm gonna, oh my god, the size is too large. Column, whatever, I mean the name, that's okay. Now yeah, you can have this option to define the column height, first point and second point. That's okay. Now I'm gonna place this column here, and now close the block editor, save the changes, Next, I'm trying to insert that block, and I'm gonna just dock it here. And if you're trying to place a column right from here to this point, what? Wait, go for lay unlock, or maybe lay on ISO. If you try to place it here, yeah, you can say this is maybe C1. You can name it here. That's C1. Alright, next just place it here. You can have C2, that name is okay. Whatever be the name is totally okay. You can have repeat placement is here, that's totally okay. Now I'm gonna place one here. This is 3. 4. Sorry, 4. Well, again, how? I think 5. What? Why are you skipping? You know, yeah, you gotta turn off auto placement. If your AutoCAD version is anyway about 2023, you gotta turn it off. Auto placement is turn it off. What's the last name? This is 4. This would be 5. You can rotate the column right in ETABS. You don't need to rotate it right here. 5. You got a name. Don't forget it. 5. This one will be 6. Well, I think this one will be 7. Try and place it here. 8. 9. Okay, I had placed some random columns here. Now first let's understand whether it specify all our requirements or not. Alright, the first requirement is, okay, the distance between column to column should be at least, yeah, you can go for 6 meters, that's totally okay. Let's fix 6 meters. Okay, maybe if your column fails in analysis or design, it can show it in the length. So DI, I'm from, yeah, first point to maybe second point. This one will be 7 meters. So maybe let me try to delete this column here. Maybe for the sake of economy, I have deleted that column here. Alright, try to place the column in same direction, same axis. So, you know, the span of this beam is slightly lesser compared to that of this one. So let me try to move it from here to here. That's it. Okay. A lot of things comes from your experience. I don't know. Alright, what about this one? Okay, and one more thing that you got to see, this is a bathroom and we don't need to place a column in bathroom as these walls are slightly less thickness, slightly having less thickness, so we don't need to provide a column there. Maybe if I try to ignore column, that's totally okay. A lot of this comes from the experience. Maybe if you have still confusion, okay, whether I can place a column here or not, do not worry. Place a column here, analyze it, go for design. These things doesn't come from a day. Just wait. We don't have a wall here, so what if I try to trim? Yeah, trim this. You don't need to have a column. You don't need to have any beam passing through this part. But maybe if you have a slab there, okay, just place that thing over there. This will drastically reduce the stress of the slab. And again, trim. Okay. So if you have a beam there, I want to move this column right from here to here. That's very important. A column should stay at the endpoints of these two beams. Let's try. Right, I think everything until to this point is clear. I'm so lazy. What next? Place it. Yeah. What was the last number? I think that what last number was 10. So place it to 20. Try to place it here. 11. Here. 12. Here. 13. Well, here. 14. What about here? 15. What I'm trying is place a column along a line. 3, 3, 6.2, that's totally fine. You don't need to place a column here, that's totally unwanted. Let's see. These things are not fixed. Yeah. Then I think I was trying to place a column here. What was the last number? Oh my god, I don't remember. 15 or 16? 16. Or else I skipped 15. No, 16. Okay, go for 17. Yeah, right in here. 17. This one is 18. Okay. What about here? This one is 19. This one is, well, 20. You don't need to place a column here. Rather, I'll place one here. 20, 21. Go for a symmetric axis 21, maybe 22. Yeah, you can see that these columns are along a line. 22, that's okay. How about here? You don't need to place any columns here. The last number was 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. Okay, you can see the column is along this line. Next is 27. Yeah, here should be 28. Here you can place 29 here. $30. You can always have 31 here, because you can see a lot of beams are resting on nothing. 31. Go for 32. What about fixing a column? You can fix a column here, but that's too close to this one. 31, you gotta have 32. Is it too close to this one? Yes. So what if I delete that? That's totally okay. Yeah, just have an eye on these corners. That's okay. This one is okay. You don't need to have a beam here. That's totally unwanted. I'm gonna trim. Why can't I trim? Okay. I just fillet it. This one and this one. Okay. What about here? Okay, look at this beam. If I try to place a column here, that's okay. I don't think that this one, the total distance of this, total length of this from here to here is 5 meters, so absolutely you can place it here. 31. I think it is 33. What about here? This is a lift or elevator. Yeah, I think so. That's okay. And about here, this fan is okay. So this is a bathroom, so I don't think you will place a heavy wall over there. Well, I think that's all about modeling up this column. So what I need to do next is I have to copy all this column to these two views and just make necessary actions so that this will never intersect or interfere with any maybe any of the working space that we have. So first I need to lay. I can just lay isolated. Okay, isolate and pick up this column here. Okay, then I can right away select all of this. Then just copy. You can say that the only thing that's copied is the, yeah, you don't need to copy the grid lines. All I need to copy is the column. We try to see that which layer this belongs to. It belongs to grid. Can I change the layer of the block? BE. You can select these two objects here and I'll get into home. What if I try to place it on this layer 111? Yeah, that I have unlocked it, buddy. One or more layers is unlocked. It cannot be updated. Okay, let me try it. Let me try that over here. Still on grid. Lay. Unlock. Maybe on ISO, that's okay. Now select it. BE to get into block editor. Now maybe if I select it, change the block to, that's okay. That's working. And close the block editor. Now if I select it, come on. Why? Let me try a different method. Maybe if I select similar, that will select all the blocks there. Okay, all right, now select similar. And if I change the layer to maybe 111, next I'm gonna lay what's that? Isolate. Select the column. Next, if I select all of this, trying to copy that, yeah, pick up any point on the staircase that might be right here. The first point should stay here and the second point should stay there. Alright, you have to observe that none of the columns should stay in the places of cars. Okay, no columns are there, no columns are intersecting or interfering, no columns are interfering with your cars. Okay, maybe if you assume that, okay, Bob, I want to place my car here I don't want to drive through this side to reach here. As this is a residential building, a floor space index is much greater. So I can drive right through this part and I can park it here. Okay, there's far enough space for you to drive a car through this side and park it here or park it here. Okay, this is totally okay, but if you maybe in your drawing, if you find something like this is not okay. You can drive through this part and place the car here. Okay, maybe if you can drive through this side and park your car here. Well, that's totally okay. Well, how about here? There's nothing. No, there's not much problem here. All right, that's great. Absolutely, that's great. Now let's try to convert this into a grid. Lay an ISO. All right, I can right away copy this and place it here. I don't need any other thing to help me out. All I need is a bunch of construction lines. Okay, for that I'm gonna create a new layer called Excel. No, I don't like the color. Okay, pick up any color and activate. Excel, you want to look for vertical construction line for first time. Go and click the center of the column. 1, 2, 3. So if you're having any problem, well, turn off everything except geometric center. That will right away snap at the center. Right here, 1, 2, yeah. Here, you pick up all the columns here. Here, okay. Here, this one. Okay, 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 okay. So that's it. That's all about vertical construction line and construction line horizontal. I need to ഞാൻ ഇനി മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാം. So you don't miss anything. Okay, that's very important. ഇതിൽ എല്ലാം ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. നൈസ്. ഇതിൽ എല്ലാം ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. You have to check that none of the columns are missed. ഇവിടെ ഒന്നുമില്ല. ഇവിടെ yeah, include. What I'm doing is I'm kind of checking each and every columns here. ഇത് inclined ആയതുകൊണ്ട് വലിയ പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല. I'm trying to. We have methods. You don't need to draw an inclined grid here. ഈ കോളത്തിൻ്റെ സെൻറ്ററിൽ നിന്ന് ഈ കോളത്തിൻ്റെ സെൻറ്ററിലേക്ക് ലൈൻ വരച്ചു കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. That's it. Okay. I think everything is all right. Now trying to draw a rectangle here. Trim the outer side. Oh my god, I should trim properly. Baki, you know, you got all these things. Thank you. Oh my god, I spent a lot of time for this. I'm gonna stop.